Welcome, everyone. It is so good to be here. And congratulations on being selected for Origin Experience Sumatra 2025. This is huge. You are now going to be part of an extremely small group of partners who are going to experience on the ground in coffee communities what it means to be the premium purveyor of the finest coffee in the world. We're going to see one person, we're going to see a cup, we'll see neighborhoods, all linked to our mission as Starbucks Coffee Company. My name is Lenin Fediev. I'm an education and experience lead on our global coffee team, and so excited to be able to be a part of this experience with you. We're going to introduce ourselves here in just a minute, and you're going to see some slides come up on the screen and what to expect over this next little bit of time. We're going to go through some logistics, what to expect as you get ready to travel, what to expect when you're traveling, and what to expect when you are on the ground in Sumatra with us in just like 1 to 2 months. It's coming really, really fast. All right, so on our next slide, I think I just said it and I'm going to say it again. Congratulations. This is,
Yay!
yeah, this is big. You are going to be in Sumatra learning about all things coffee from some amazing, amazing subject matter experts. But to kick us off, I have a cup of coffee. And it is, of course, the one and only Sumatra as it disappears onto my screen. This is place. This is communities. I'm going to take a sip. And man, this cup there's a lot of cedar in this cup right now. Is the taste that I'm getting. I get the herbals. It's big, it's bold, it's rich. It's everything that I want Sumatra to be, and everything that you are going to be understanding in an extremely new and unique way once you've seen it. What is wet hulling, semi-washed process? You're going to see that in action, and I can't wait. So with that, who are you going to see? Who are you going to be meeting? As I mentioned, my name is Lennon, and I have the distinct privilege and honor of supporting our origin experiences globally, not only in Sumatra each year, but also in Rwanda and in Costa Rica on our farm, Hacienda El Salcia. I've been a partner for 18 years in a variety of roles and beyond excited to be able to meet each and every one of you soon enough in Sumatra. So with that, I'll kick it over to the other faces on the screen.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lennon. Hi, partners. My name is Jen, and I have the honor of leading Sumatra Origin Experience 2025 along these incredible humans, Lennon and Noor. I am originally from Colombia, but this origin experience for me is very important because I've spent most of my adult life in Asia, and a lot of the countries where you're visiting from, I have lived in or visited. So I'm super excited to share this incredible experience with all of you, share with you, learn with you, see these communities, these incredible communities with you. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Over to you, Noor.
Yes, annyeong, selamat pagi everybody, and of course, sawadee. My name is Noor, and you know me from AP. I am actually a coffee education manager, and I'm so excited to be leading and supporting Lennon and Jen on this trip, as it's my first time leading the buses, so that's my dream come true. So I can't wait to see all of you. So with me, I also do have another bus lead that is Yong, who you know famously as our Barca champion since 2016. And guess what? On the trip, you'll be meeting lots of cool people, the subject matter experts from this SCTC. So for those partners on the first wave, you'll be meeting the one and only Elliot Benson and Bonnie Hall. Cool people, lots of things to learn from them. I had the chance to meet some of them on the trips over the last few years. And if you're on the second wave, which is wave 2, AP wave, you will meet Christian and Cuddy, the coolest guys on the trip, I guess, at this point. It's my first time meeting them too, so I'm really, really excited
Awesome.
as well. Really?
Christian is our longest standing buyer. He has been
cool.
at SETC almost from the very beginning, and just a wealth of information. Cuddy is originally from Ethiopia and is leading, he's a senior manager on our coffee quality team, with a lot of work in distribution operations and our quality team at the SSC.
Yeah, Just the time to prepare questions, partners. You guys are the luckiest bus on wave 2. And lastly, on wave 3, you'll be meeting Matt Perry and Brittany Zeller, I think famously known on Instagram. I've seen her posts on Instagram. If you have not, check her out on Coffee and Seasonal Beans. So yes, this is the people that you're going to meet on the waves. And I can't wait for you to connect with all of them. And us, of course. Yes. So with that, more information coming. And back to you, Lennon.
Yeah, so all right, now agenda. You've landed, you're in Sumatra. We've met and we're getting ready to get out onto farms. What should you be expecting every day? I'm not going to go through every word on this slide, and honestly, you don't need to worry too much about it. Our role and our job is to make sure that you get where you need to go every step of the way. We'll be pointing and getting you into the right place at the right time and guiding you through this experience. What I wanted you to see is first and foremost that the days of the program are extremely long. They start early in the morning, especially day 2. I'm sorry. They start extremely early and they will go until we are back for dinner late in the evening. We are going to be on buses. We're going to be in coffee communities. We're going to be at our farmers support center. And every single moment of every single day is full and dedicated to education and to your experience. So even when we're traveling on buses, we'll be using that time. You'll be interacting with our subject matter experts. Those faces that you saw on the previous screen will be on the buses with us. In addition, also our Farmer Support Center partners. You'll be meeting them. So on day 1, our focus is the role of a farmer support center. We'll start in Maidan. We have a coffee tasting and kickoff. Yes, you're reading that right. This is the first year that we are going to be at our reserve store in Maidan for our kickoff. The partners are so excited to see all of you. And then we're going to travel. It's about 2.5, 3 hours to the Mickey Holiday, which is the hotel that we're going to be housed at for most of the experience. We'll have lunch, and then our whole afternoon on day 1 is going to be at our Farmer Support Center. You're going to learn about the role of a Farmer Support Center. We'll learn about cafe practices and ethical sourcing, and interact with those amazing partners there. Day 2 is going to be our longest day. As you can see, that timeline is really, really long. And really, this is the journey of Sumatran coffee. So we have a bit of driving. It's about 2.5, 3 hours out into a smallholder village. We have a cool tasting at an overlook that I'll just kind of leave that there for right now. But then we're going to be in smallholder village and on farms. We'll learn from them and from subject matter experts. And then we're going to end up at the Wahana wet mill. And we'll meet with a supplier and learn about the wet milling process. What is wet hulling in wet milling? What does that mean? And then we will travel back in time for dinner back at the hotel. It's about another 2.5, 3 hours back. So really 5, 6 hours of travel on day 2, which is why it's such a long day. But trust me, it's going to be well worth it. Day 3 is really connected to our community and social impact, and then back to our Farmer Support Center. So we'll finish out with a social project through Lutheran World Relief and Chorus International. And then we will be back at our Farmer Support Center and at a dry mill. So we'll finish the process understanding after wet milling what happens, but then we'll also be at our Farmer Support Center. You will get to experience a cupping with those quality experts that you saw on that previous slide. And then we'll have a closing session together before finishing out. That departure day will come back down to Maidan. Again, it's about 2.5, 3 hours back to Maidan. We'll be housed at the Marriott. I know that some of you have later flights out. So what we have for you, you can see those hourly shuttles to the Starbucks Reserve store. We've set up some shuttles to be able to get you out of a hotel lobby so that you can interact with partners again before heading back to the airport. That is ultimately what you will see. As I mentioned, we will take care of that agenda. You don't need to worry. And some of those things may change. Those times are not set in stone yet. So don't worry too much about it, but that's what you can expect over the days of the experience. With that, Jen, what should they bring with them?
Yes. So as you pack, you may be, or you are already super excited to look forward to the packing day. There are some essentials that you must not forget for this unforgettable experience. First, let's talk about clothing. So, as you know, Sumatra is a very diverse island geographically and topographically. So, we're going to be switching between altitudes and weather patterns. So, just make sure that you bring with you a lightweight jacket, rain jacket, super important. Just make sure that you're able to put on and take off layers as they're needed because temperature is not going to be constant and rain is going to be a huge possibility.
Yes.
Remember that there's not a set in stone a dress code for when we are at the hotel, but during the experience, it's super important that you are all dressed up for adventure, and that includes having closed toe shoes. Those can be incredible hiking shoes, which I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, already have because hiking all over Asia is absolutely incredible. Long pants, because we don't want mosquito bites. Long shirts that are breathable or that you can roll up your sleeves. That would be awesome. Again, the lightweight jacket and the rain jacket are super important. Glasses for the sun, glasses for reading if you need them, caps, and also make sure that if you're into swimming, we will have the opportunity to swim on the very brief moments that we have free. So if you'd like to bring your swimming suit, please, partners, you're super welcome to do so. Also, we're gonna be in Sumatra and we're gonna be in communities that are far from the city. So it's very important that you come prepared with all the medications and toiletries that you need to have a successful and stress-free trip. This includes all of the medicines that you need, whether they are prescribed by your doctor or things like an anti-allergy that you can find over the counter. Very important to bring antibacterial spray or wipes because we're going to be out and about. So it's very important that we don't do the cross contamination situation in order to avoid any illnesses, especially gastrointestinal illnesses that can put us down for a couple days. We don't want that. So a lot of antibacterial wipes or spray. Also, motion sickness. You know that we're going to be on a bus for a long period of time on day 2, for instance, not so much on the other days, but just make sure that if you get motion sickness, that you have it with you. Also, diarrhea can be a thing, whether that's in Sumatra, in Korea, in Mongolia, in Colombia, in the US, wherever. So just make sure that you're prepared. And also, if you have any sort of ailments or you suffer from headaches, just please bring those pain medicines because they're going to come in handy. The important thing that we want you to remember, and for the ladies, obviously, all the supplies that we need for sure. The most important thing that we want you to remember is to be prepared. We, again, are going to be far from the city, from big pharmacies. So just make sure that your trip is planned to be as stress-free as possible. And also water, very important. Bring your reusable water bottle. It's absolutely important that you don't drink from the pipes, don't drink from the hand washing stations. Just know that we're going to be able to provide potable water for you at all instances. So you're going to be able to refill your water bottle at all times. You're welcome to bring your super special filter water bottle. That's totally cool. I'm sure that you have amazing water bottles in APAC, so those are welcome. Also, don't forget a day pack or a backpack because you need to travel with all of your things while we're out and about in the communities, in the farms, at the FSC. So something that you can use to put all of your things. Remember that any medication that needs a prescription should be brought with you, both medication and prescription. Your camera, don't forget it, please. Although we are glued to our phones, so that's not going to be necessary. But we've seen awesome situations where partners, for instance, recently in Costa Rica, brought their Polaroid cameras or their disposable cameras or their digital cameras. So if you're into bringing your tech swag, tech merch, you're super welcome to it. And again, speaking of tech, remember your charger. And here on the presentation, you'll be able to know exactly what outlets do they use in Sumatra. It's a 230 volts or 50 hertz with sockets and plugs that are the type C and type F. We have put a little demonstration of what that looks like in a little picture that you find on the right hand corner, down right hand corner for you. And then it's travel day. We're super excited. But remember, please have your passport. Please have a copy of your passport. Have your family or your friends, whoever is going to be your emergency contact, have a copy of your passport back home. Also, if you have a cloud, which I think we all do, keep a copy of your passport and any important documents in the cloud just in case. Remember that we take care of everything, and that includes booking your ticket with our agency called BI Worldwide. They are the ones who are currently doing all the bookings for all of your flights. So they are in charge of making sure that you get from anywhere in APAC to Sumatra. Remember to check your passport just in case. Make sure that you have at least 6 months validity in your passport. If you need any sort of extra errands to run regarding your passport, you're still on time to get a new passport if you need it.
And Jen, I'm going to jump in for a
yes,
second as well,
absolutely.
because something just to double check and triple check and quadruple check, make sure that the name on your passport matches the name on your air ticket. If it does not match, there is a chance that the airline will not allow you on the plane. So just verify that. If you see something that doesn't match, let BI Worldwide know and they'll fix it for you.
Perfect. Thank you, Lennon.
Yep.
Amazing. Yes. Obviously, during the day, you're going to get hungry, so no worries. Those expenses are reimbursable. For instance, meals or baggage fees. I'm sure that you'll want to pack as lightly but as smartly as possible, because there's going to be a lot of opportunities to bring back amazing coffee from Sumatra. Then you'll land in Medan at the international airport. You will be provided with the tourist visa, so no worries, you don't need any pre-application. But just in case, double check if your country needs any specific entry requirements for Sumatra, for Indonesia in general. But we're assuming that no, but just in case, check. Because, for instance, like me, I live in the US, but I have 2 nationalities, so I always have to triple check. So just in case you're one of the foreigners who live in APAC, just make sure. We are going to have a great support team on the ground that is going to be waiting for all of us at the airport, and they're going to help us process the visa. And just remember that once you go through customs and immigration, do not leave with anybody that's not us, please. You will see the representatives of our travel agency, Destination Asia, at the airport with bright, beautiful sirens, green sirens, calling you in to leave with them from the airport. Don't take a taxi. And also know that all of these information is on your know before you go documents, so check those out. We'll be sending them in the next 48 hours, so you'll have them in your inbox as well as this video. And as Lennon mentioned, we're gonna be there, the 3 of us and the rest of the support team, greeting you at the hotel, the JW Marriott. Rooms are single occupancy, so sorry you cannot bring your wife, your children. We've had cases, so don't bring your wife, your husband, your children. It's only for you. Don't do it. No worries. To tip, we already cover everything from tips to the bellman to the housekeeping, so don't you worry about that. And of course, personal responsibility. Anything that is your responsibility has to be paid by you. So all of the incidentals outside of our responsibility have to be paid by the participant, but we don't think that that will be an issue. But just in case, know that those incidentals have to be paid by the participant if something happens to the room.
And
Over to
before we
you.
move
Oh,
on,
yeah.
just on this, you will not see one of our faces at the airport. So a representative from Destination Asia will be there at the airport. The other thing, depending on the day and how they're doing it, when they go to get your tourist visa, they may collect your passports. That is okay. They're with us. Don't worry. They are taking care of you. So just look for that siren sign, the Starbucks sign, and they will take care of you and get you to the JW Marriott, where one of us will be there to greet you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lennon.
Of course.
Awesome. Partner safety and security. Over to you, Noor.
Yes, safety is our number one priority. So this is what you need to know. Do not leave your hotel outside of your planned experience days. It's very, very safe, but we want it to be safer for you. So please do stay within the boundaries where our support team can be there for you. We will also have a medic accompanying us every day. So you guys will be protected. We'll be there to cover all sorts of like ailments that you might have or any emergency that you may have. So do not worry. Stay hydrated. This is very important. You probably hear Lennon talk about it 1,000 times on the trip.
I will.
Drink water, 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 water. And then, of course, use sunblock and bug repellent. We are in Asia. We are on the farm. So remember all that. And then save the program contact numbers on your phone. This is very important. So for those partners in Japan and China, please refer to your participant guide for more information. But I had my experience myself, and I thought this number is very important. You may think very lightly of it, but when the time comes, it's probably the only number you want to know on your handphone at that moment. So please record it down. Make sure that you have the Global Guardian emergency number, the BI Worldwide Air Travels, and any partners that you may need on your phone to call like a helping hand. So those are the timelines that you will see. Just yeah, better and more information than less.
Exactly.
So yeah. So partner health, over to you, Lennon.
Yeah,
Or is it
so
me?
you're welcome to go through it as well. Yeah.
Oh, yay! Okay, so partner health, eating and drinking while traveling. I love eating and I love drinking, but more importantly, like what Jen mentioned, we want to make sure that you guys are covered safe, away from all those naughty, nasty diseases that might come through naturally. So please use bottled water to drink. The potable water will be available for you for refills. Brush your teeth with it if possible, and wash your hands often. I would recommend you can bring your own sanitizer. AP has lots of sanitizer available. I have one on my bag, so use it. It's better safe than not safe, right? And then avoid ice and drinks. This is just to protect your stomach, and avoid unpasteurized milk and dairy products. Avoid fruits and vegetables that have been washed in local water. And then eat skins that can be peeled yourself that has an outer layer just to be safe, like bananas, orange, and mandarins. Food has to be thoroughly cooked and it should be hot, um, because heat kills bacteria. So we want to make sure that you guys are safe from all that and do not buy street stall foods. Hotels and busy restaurants are the safest. And of course, take care of yourself with personal hygiene. So you know yourself better than we know you. So please, yeah, take care of yourself. That's it for partner health.
Amazing.
Awesome. Well, we're just about there.
Yep.
We're coming down to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Last kind of to do things. Again, make sure that you have your travel itinerary. If you haven't finalized that with BI Worldwide, please reach out to them and make sure that that is finalized. And as I mentioned, double check your passport, check your vaccination status. I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell you what to get or what you need, but just make sure that you're up to date on what is needed for travel to Indonesia. That know before you, yeah,
I'm so sorry. Can I jump in super quick?
do it. Yeah.
In one of the documents in the know before you go, if I'm not mistaken, because we have several documents for you, you will find a link to your own country's equivalent to the CDC. So every country has different laws, has different recommendations. So you'll be able to click on the health authorities website of your country and be able to check if your country recommends you to get any vaccines or take any medication in particular. So just make sure that you check that out because things can evolve rapidly. I mean, we learn all from COVID. So just make sure that you're all set and that
Yeah.
you do not have any issues entering Indonesia.
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you, Lennon.
Awesome. Of course. Thank you. That know before you go, you covered that. So make sure you add those important contacts. Register and download the Global Guardian app. That is there for you. Those are larger emergencies, honestly. We hope that we never have to use that. So don't worry, but have it ready. Make sure that you've communicated to your managers, to your leaders about your travel dates, and the process for taking care of any of your out-of-pocket expenses. They are going to be the resource for that. And then last but not least, if you haven't gone through Coffee Academy in a while, just refresh. Go through it once more, especially those origin and ethical sourcing and the roast and blend sections. That is going to just kind of bring you back down and remind you of the questions that you want to be asking, and bring those questions with you. Be ready. Ask if you're a retail partner, ask the partners in your store, ask partners that aren't going to be coming. What are questions that you would want to ask? Come ready for that because our subject matter experts are there for you and they want to be able to answer those. And they are super smart. So bring your questions. They're ready for it and it'll be a wonderful time. With that, if you have any questions, we are here for you. So for the program-specific questions, agenda, and any of the stuff that we talked about, originexperience@starbucks.com. That is us, and we will be on the other end of that email to be able to support you. If you have any flight or travel questions, reach out to our BI Worldwide Travel team, and they will be sure to take care of that for you. That's about it. Ultimately, once again, for me, I will say congratulations, and I cannot wait to meet each and every one of you in Sumatra. Take care of yourself. Make sure that you have everything you need. We're excited, and we will be waiting for you at the JW Marriott in, like I said, 1 to 2 months at the most. I'm excited. Like I'm ready to get there and to be with each of you, to be on the ground again in Sumatra. So thank you, Jen. Thank you, Noor.
Thank you,
And
Lennon.
see you in
Thank you,
Sumatra.
Lennon.
Yeah, see you, partners. We can't wait.
Bye, partners.
Bye.
Take care.